Wysteria, energy, twister. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is a short romantic tale called The Innocent Girl's Love. Once upon a time, there was a young girl named Rose. She lived with her stepmother in a small village on the outskirts of a bustling city. Despite the love that her father had for her stepmother was cold and distant, treating her more like a servant than a daughter. Rose was a beautiful and kind-hearted girl with long curly brown hair and bright blue eyes. She spent her days tending to the garden and taking care of the household chores, always with a smile on her face and a song in her heart. She knew that her stepmother would never show her love, but Rose was very content with the love and affection she received from her father. One day, while Rose was out picking berries in the forest, she stumbled upon a young man lying unconscious on the ground. She immediately rushed to his side, noticing that he was injured and in need of help. She carefully picked him up and brought him back to the cottage, where she tended to his wounds and nursed him back to health. The young man's name was Jack, and he was a prince from a faraway kingdom. He had been on a journey to find a cure for a mysterious illness that had plagued his kingdom for years, when he was ambushed by bandits and left for dead. As Jack recovered, he and Rose grew close, spending hours talking, laughing together. They quickly realized that they had a deep and undeniable connection, and they fell deeply in love. Despite her stepmother's protests, Rose and Jack decided to marry and leave the village to rule the kingdom together. They set off on a journey to find the cure for the mysterious illness and save the kingdom. Their journey was long and treacherous. With the help of a wise old wizard and the support of each other, they were able to find the cure and save the kingdom. As they returned to the kingdom as king and queen, Rose and Jack realized that they had not only saved the kingdom, but they had also saved each other. They ruled the kingdom with kindness and compassion, and their love for each other only grew stronger with each passing day. Years passed. Rose and Jack had 3 children of their own. They lived happily ever after, their love for each other never fading. Rose's stepmother eventually apologized for her coldness, and they did all live in peace. And so, despite the hardships she faced with her stepmother, Rose was able to find true love and happiness in the most unexpected of places. She proved that love can conquer all, and that with determination and perseverance, anything is possible. The end. That brings us to our next short romance. So yes, there's 2 in this one, guys. This one's called Love Triangle. In a small town, there were 2 best friends named Jack and Ryan. They were both in love with a beautiful girl named Sarah. Sarah, however, had no idea that both of them were in love with her. Jack was the first to confess his love to Sarah. He gathered all his courage and asked her to be his girlfriend. Sarah was flattered, but she didn't feel the same way about Jack. She kindly rejected him, but assured him that they could still be friends. Ryan, who had silently been in love with Sarah, saw an opportunity, and he decided to confess his love to Sarah as well. But before he could, Jack beat him to it. Ryan was heartbroken, but he decided to keep his feelings to himself and support his best friend, rather than not have them cause a fight, knowing they were in love with the same woman. But as the time went by, Sarah couldn't help but notice the chemistry between her and Ryan. She started to see him in a different light, and soon realized she was in love with him too. Ryan, who had never given up hope, finally got his chance. Sarah confessed her love to him and they started dating. Jack was hurt, but he was happy for his best friend and the girl he loved. However, things took a twist. When Sarah found out that Jack had feelings for her, she was torn between the 2 and couldn't decide who to choose. She spent some time to think and evaluate her feelings, the feelings she had from both. She discovered that Jack was more of a friend to her than a lover, and Ryan was the one who truly understood her and shared her passions and goals. In the end, Sarah chose Ryan and they lived happily ever after. But the twist is that Jack didn't leave the scene empty handed. He had a chance to talk to Sarah and finally realised that he loved her only as a friend, and he moved on. He met someone special and they started a new chapter of their lives, and the three of them remained the best of friends. And they all learned that sometimes true love is worth waiting for, but also sometimes friendship is the most valuable thing you can ever have in life. The end. And those are two wonderful romantic tales. They both have their own lessons in them. I would like to know if you know what kind of lessons they are teaching us. Do tell me in the description below. I do love reading what you think. Please hit that like, share if you can, and also do consider subscribing. Many blessings. Wysteria, energy, twister.